sounds like we're getting closer to some kind of an announcement on student loans. In terms of the dollar amount, it still sounds like 10,000 is sort of the target. I think the thing to kind of keep in mind is that, you might get sort of a short-term shot in the arm from that. But ultimately, I think the bigger dynamic here is that August 1st, still, that still remains the date for repayment resumption. So, I was just looking at some of these numbers. The average student loan payment for somebody with a bachelor's degree right now is $450 a month, and they haven't made that payment in 2 years. So, once that, even if 10,000 in their loans is forgiven, once that payment resumes, effective August 1st, obviously in the vice grip of, higher gas, higher rent, higher grocery bills, et cetera, I think the cooling effect that's going to have is probably going to more than offset, this $10,000 in forgiveness. So, I guess just pointing out that the double-edged sword nature of the dynamic. Okay, we're going to forgive this amount, but that's the good news. But the bad news is you have to start making payments again, which you haven't made for 2 years.
If you try to back into it, I know it's on the fly here, but if you take that point that you made on student loans and then you back it into how many, I don't know if you can do that, but in terms of over-index to males under the age of 40 who have student loans, and I'm trying to think of like what they did with the money, because I'm pretty sure we know what they did with the money, and they may have lost all of it. $450 is a lot per month, especially if you're rolling the bones on short-term, YOLO call options or crypto trading.
First, Biden has always stuck by that 10,000 number, and that's where we've been all along. But over the past week, I've been in 2, now maybe 3 meetings where, as always, the progressive left is becoming much more vocal on total forgiveness, or this 50K number. I think Warren made a statement recently that it should be totally forgiven. So there's a lot of pressure coming from that side of the party to get Biden to move further. I don't know that he will. I suspect that there might be a little bit more ground that he'd give. It doesn't feel like he'd give much more. And I do think the timing will happen at some point this summer. You get too far into August, it doesn't seem as if that'd be a smart move on his point. I think they want enough leeway as possible, enough runway as possible. And then secondly, the other thing I heard is that they're looking at some sort of means testing. So if they do go beyond this 10K, I don't know how they pulled this off, but what the Democrats fear the most, at least the moderate ones I talk to, is that they're going to come under the attack that, all right, you're giving this money away to the rich. Can you find a way to scale this to income levels? So that's something I know that they're looking at. I don't know that they'll be able to pull that off. That might be the only reason, if they do go in that direction, that they delay it to August or maybe even September.
Hey there, Hedgeye Nation, or if you're not part of Hedgeye Nation, thanks for watching Hedgeye on YouTube. If you haven't already, make sure to click on the button below there, subscribe to our YouTube page. You can also follow the link in the description to our website to get even more great investing content.